Hey everyone, this is Mr. T-Bone81 back with another review, and today I just got in the mail Striker Optimus Prime. This is from the Transformers Dark of the Moon from Takara Tomy. And just a quick look at the packaging here. You can see the same packaging that we have in the US for their leader classes, except that Takara Tomy always comes with a card. Here you see a picture of Striker in his vehicle mode, which is super nice. Just a quick bio as well as a technical data. And then your typical shots of Optimus Prime on the back here in robot mode and vehicle mode. They call him a triple changer just because he has 3 modes, I guess, technically. And here's the side of the box as well. So I am very happy to have this guy in my collection. So let me get him opened and we'll take a look at him. Okay, so here we have Striker Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode, and as you can see here, he's the same mold as the Revenge of the Fallen leader, pretty much, obviously. Just different paint apps on this guy, as you can see. Just very nice paint apps. I mean, he has a darker tone to him. All the gray plastic is pretty much darker, the smokestacks are darker, even the blue and the red paint has a darker tone to it. And so you can see here on the back, you can see this is much darker to it. Let me just compare him to, I'm going to compare him to a Buster Prime actually, because I don't have a Revenge of the Fallen Prime in his truck mode. But here you can see that, you know, pretty much the same exact truck, but then just different paint apps. You can see the Buster Prime has a chrome grille, whereas this one still has a dark. Striker has a darker grille, and then the colors on Buster Prime are much more bright and vibrant, and then there's just more chrome here, obviously. But in terms of the amount of paint on him, in terms of the detailing, they're very similar, because you can see there that he does still have all the flames. The flames detail is still just as good. It extends out all the way here on the side here of the truck, just the same, as well as on the top of the truck. Now he doesn't have as much detail here on the back. Buster Prime has much more flames on the back here over these covers over the wheels, but then Striker Prime doesn't have that detail. But then, like I said, you can see the darker tone on him. But yeah, that's pretty much just a quick look at the vehicle mode compared to what the compared to Buster Prime. But then in terms of just overall look of this guy, he is very nice. You know, he does come with one of the big things with this was the guns, his cannon that he has, as well as his shield. And so here's the shield. And the shield, what you can do is you can get him into stealth force mode, which is really cool. I mean, let me show you guys how to do that. Just extend these pieces out here, and then this is just going to go over the grill of Striker, sorry. Getting all mixed up now, and then just set that down. So very easy to do that. For the gun, you can split it in 2 guns, and then each of these has like a mech techy kind of gimmick that you can lock into place, just like so. Let me do that with this one as well. Lock it in place, and this is how you'll have the guns when in this stealth mode. So what you're going to want to do is lift up on each side of these, just like you're going to transform him, and then put these on the sides like that, and then lift these up out of their socket, okay, just like so. And then you're going to want to push this back down and just have it sitting there just like that. So do the same thing with this side. Just lift this up, spin these around, take it in there, and then push this back down and rotate that up. And then you'll see that there's 2 slots here on the tanks that you can slot in a gun. on this side as well. And then there you have Striker Prime in his stealth vehicle mode. Very cool vehicle mode. I really do like this a lot. I mean, he looks like he's just ready to go. I know if you have the Jetwing Prime, I do have a Jetwing Prime, but then I know that if you do, you can still put the jetpack on his back as well. I'm not going to show that off here because I just don't have my Jetwing Prime here right now. But very nice mode. You can see here the grill, how it just transforms. Nice Autobot symbol here in the front. Very cool detailing on this guy, and looks very nice. So I do like how they did that. But really where this robot shines, in my opinion, is his robot mode. And so let me get him transformed and we'll take a look at him. So here we have Striker Prime in his robot mode, and as you can see, it's the same mold that we've all come to know and love from the Revenge of the Fallen Leader Prime, but obviously you can tell he has a much different paint scheme to him. Let me just zoom in a little bit here, and you can see here that he just is his paint scheme is just a much darker color around him. Everything that was a light gray on the original Optimus Prime is now a much darker gray, and to me, in my opinion, this just makes him look much more like he's just like authentic in battle, you know, like on screen Optimus Prime, because he has just the look of the dark gray on him just looks very nice. It comes off very nicely. I'm not sure if it's coming out that nicely on the camera, but in person this looks really good. Let me just show you just really quick. I can show you guys what he looks like next to some other Revenge Optimus Prime molds. So here he is next to the original Optimus Prime mold, and you can see here this is the Revenge of the Fallen mold, and you can see that as I was saying, the dark plastic, this guy just has very light plastic on him, and Striker Prime is much more just everything is just much darker from his, you know, all the gray plastic. You can see, look at his feet. I mean, his feet just look so much darker, and it definitely, like I said, in my opinion, gives off that very realistic movie feeling in terms of he's in a battle and he's ready to go, and this is what he's gonna look like, you know. I mean, now that you've seen him, you saw him there with the original mold, but here, take a look at him with Buster Prime. And now Buster Prime was a very premium figure when he came out as well, because he had that chrome look, and a lot of people love the chrome look. I still love the chrome look of Buster Prime, but for some reason the dirty look of Striker Prime just, to me, just says, you know, it just says it just looks so much more like the movie. I mean, that's about all I can really say, right? Buster Prime is excellent. He looks great as a figure, as a standing figure, because he's got that chrome, and he just looks very impressive, because he looks like he's brand new because of all the chrome on him. But Striker Prime definitely gives a different sense of a feeling for me when I look at him, because he has that authentic movie look, and like I'm in the middle of a battle. But overall, you know, very nice. You can see here that he has the Dark of the Moon abs. This is the same Prime that came with the same mold that came with the Jetwing Prime. And he does still have the talking function, but I don't have any batteries in mine right now, so but that's okay. I don't think I will put batteries in it, but he does still say the same "I am Optimus Prime." So and then another molded difference that was the same on the Jetwing Prime is his forearm guards here, which is very nice, except for the fact that it's covered up by this flap here from the truck mode. But it's pretty cool that they still put that in there. That was the same thing that they did with the Jetwing Prime. And then in terms of other molded differences, there's not much. You can see here, I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to zoom in on his face. his face gives off a very, like, his eyes are just different. They're not the blue color. It's more of a clear kind of I don't know what it is. There's something different about it though. He has kind of this clear white eye look in a way that, in my opinion, just makes it look a lot more realistic. So definitely really cool on the face of this guy. And then in terms of other molded detail, there's he has 2 ports here on his forearms now for MechTech weapons if you want, and he technically it's the same mold as a Jetwing Prime, but you can't use it for Jetwing. You can't use Jetwing Prime on him, mostly because you can't take these pieces off. You can't take the gas tanks off, which in my opinion kind of it's a little disappointing, I think, but just because you need to be able to take the gas tanks off to put the jetpack on him. So, but that's okay. I mean, this guy's gonna stand alone by himself, and I think that, you know, he's definitely a very nice definitive Prime in my opinion. He does come with his weapons, his blaster cannon, which is really cool. So these were the weapons that were on the vehicle mode, like I showed you, and you can combine them. Well, actually, you can hold them. He can hold them just individually as well. Just stick them each in his. And so he can hold them individually, like so. But to me, I think he looks much better when you combine them. So you can just, like I said, it is a MechTech gimmick, so you can just push these back in. Do the same thing with this one, and then you can combine them like this. There's two pegs here that will plug into 2 holes there, and you just combine them like that. And then here's the handle that you can put into his hand, like so. Oops. Like so. And then on a shield, you know, this was also the grill in the Stealth Force mode, but you can basically just fold this up, and then there's a handle back here. You can either plug it into the MechTech port, or he can hold it in his hand. So I like displaying it with him holding it in his hand, just because I think that's a little more realistic. But you know, so you can get it like that, and then, you know. But actually, what works also, like I said, you can plug it into the port. So if I plug it into this port here, it looks much more like it's on his arm as a shield, which also looks kind of cool. So, but definitely very nice. A very nice looking figure, and definitely I highly recommend it. He's not that easy to find now because he is not he's sold out everywhere, so basically the only place you can get him is on eBay, and so he will run you a little bit more pricey, but he's basically just like Buster Prime was a couple years ago when he came out. And so this is a very nice figure, and I definitely highly recommend him. So if you can pick him up, I would recommend picking him up. So, but that'll do it for this review, just a quick review of the Striker Prime. Feel free to ask questions, leave comments, and don't forget to rate and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.